up, all you movie-loving maniacs? It's that time of the year to give my top 10 favorite movies of the year. Now, warning, I have not seen everything that has come out in 2014. Like, I haven't seen Fury, I haven't seen Unbroken, I haven't seen Foxcatcher. It's not that I didn't want to see those movies, it's just my money is tight, so I can't see everything that comes out into the theaters. So therefore, the movies I just mentioned are just movies that I'm just going to have to let slip under my radar, and I just have to wait until it's available on Blu-ray and DVD, or available via digital copy or VOD. However, movies like Annabelle, Ouija, or Dracula Untold, I did not see those movies because I heard that those movies were less than okay movies. So therefore, I decided to stay away from those movies because I like to spend my money on gems like the ones I'm getting ready to mention. Now, before I start, let me throw up a couple of honorable mentions. How to Train Your Dragon 2 and the Lego Movie were two animated movies that I was really impressed with. Chef, or as I like to call it, food porn, was Jon Favreau's true return to form as a filmmaker. It was just a good, feel-good movie. Sin City, A Dame to Kill For. Despite its problems, I still love this movie for what it was, and I thought it was a fairly okay sequel to 2005's Sin City, even though this movie came out a little too late, and I still appreciate this movie for Robert Rodriguez's visual style to this movie. Get On Up, the James Brown story, I thought was really underrated. And Chadwick Boseman was really spot on as James Brown, and I can't wait to see what he brings to the Black Panther. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Despite its problems, I think we could all agree that it was a little more better than what we all expected it to be. Now, I do feel it's imperfect, but it was still great. Divergent is another film that I thought was a lot better than what I expected it to be, and because of that, I can't wait for the sequel, Insurgent. The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 was a good setup for Part 2, and I can't wait for that. The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies was a really good conclusion to the Hobbit trilogy, even though I thought it didn't need to be a trilogy, but either way, I can't wait till it comes out on home video so I can just marathon through all the Middle-earth movies with The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Neighbors was hella funny. It is my second favorite comedy of the year. And Godzilla. It was a fun monster movie, though Godzilla, he's not in it as much, but we could all agree the last 10 minutes of the movie was just awesome, and it's better than the 1998 Godzilla movie. Now that that's out of the way, here is my top 10 favorite movies of 2K14. Coming in at number 10, I always like to start the list off with an animation movie, and that is Big Hero 6. I absolutely love this movie, and yes, How to Train Your Dragon 2 and the Lego Movie were superior films to Big Hero 6, but I personally loved Big Hero 6 more. It has everything I like. Superheroes that are Marvel-based, and it's a Disney movie. I'm telling you, if Disney really keeps this up, this could really be the start of a new Disney Renaissance. Coming in at number 9, Boyhood. I recently saw this movie and I was absolutely really impressed. This was a 12-year project of following these two kids as they grew up, and I loved how it turned out, and as the film ages, I began to appreciate it a lot more, because I thought it captured life really well. At number 8, Edge of Tomorrow. Man, did this movie have poor marketing, and the result of that is nobody went out to see it. And the people that did see it, they all thought that this was a really, really, really good film. But I saw this movie for the first time on Blu-ray, and when I saw it, I just wanted to go in the time machine and just slap myself for not seeing this movie in theaters, because this movie definitely deserved better at the box office. But in any case, this was a great sci-fi film. Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt, they carried this movie really well. At number 7, 22 Jump Street. I thought the first film was gonna suck, but then I saw it, I was like, yo, that was really, really funny. And so for that, I had to go see the sequel. And when I saw it, this was one of the most fun theater experiences I've had all year. 22 Jump Street, hilarious. At number 6, Captain America, The Winter Soldier. Man, Marvel does not cease to amaze me. Not only this was a great comic book film, but it is also a good political spy thriller. Man, not only this was a great comic book film, this was also a good political spy thriller that got the comic book genre more respected than it already is. And this movie definitely made Captain America more cool now. At number 5, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I'm telling you, this movie succeeds on so many levels, and Andy Serkis, I swear, whose ass do I gotta kick to get this man an Oscar for portraying Caesar? And Toby Kebbell as Koba, man, does he steal the show. Now granted, I love Rise of the Planet of the Apes just a tad more, but I still appreciate this movie for what it's done for the franchise. At number 4, Guardians of the Galaxy. Man, Marvel does it yet again by taking a property that next to nobody had ever heard of and making them cool and well known. Marvel made a movie about a talking raccoon and a walking tree. Marvel made a movie about a talking raccoon and a walking tree and made them cool. But in any case, Guardians of the Galaxy, it pretty much took everyone to why they love Star Wars, and it is a great space opera. That so happens to be a comic book film. Number 3 and 2, they kind of change from time to time, and it depends on the day and the mood I'm in. But for right now, at number 3, Gone Girl. Man, David Fincher is a remarkable filmmaker. When I saw this movie in theaters, it just blew me away with how great it was. And Rosamund Pike definitely deserves an Oscar for her performance in this movie. And this movie also made Tyler Perry look like a good actor. This movie made Tyler Perry look like a good actor. At number 2, Dear White People. This movie took me back to Spike Lee's early days, and it's definitely a social commentary on what it's like to be black in America and what it means to be black. And with all the controversial stuff that's been happening lately, I have to say this movie definitely came out at the right time. And now coming in at number 1, X-Men Days of Future Past. Man, this movie definitely turned the X-Men franchise around for me. And this was definitely Bryan Singer's true return to form as a filmmaker. I'm a huge X-Men fan, so this movie was definitely my most anticipated movie of 2K14, and man, it did not disappoint. So that's my top 10 of the year. It's been a great year for movies, and I can't wait to see what 2K15 has in store. That's it for the day. You like what you see, subscribe to this channel, subscribe to my other channel. The links are in the description below. And be sure to check out my Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr, and Instagram. And be sure to check out my website and my other rundown videos. See you next year, aka next week. Peace.